Drunk driving defense is one of the most complicated areas of law. The reason it's so complicated is that the law is always changing. Not just the law that we get from the courts, but the statutes are changing almost every year. And it's important to keep up on the law, but more important, it's essential to understand the science of drunk driving, the science of breath and blood testing, and the science of alcohol metabolism. Because of this, all of the lawyers at the Barone Defense Firm have advanced training in all of these areas. For example, the lawyers here have learned about things like gas chromatography, which is the science of blood testing, and have also learned the science of infrared spectroscopy, which is the science of breath testing. Everybody at the law firm can talk about alcohol metabolism, the absorption, distribution, and elimination of alcohol. In order to be able to take these facts in these cases into court and win a drunk driving case, it is important to be in total command of this information. And that's why the lawyers at the Barone Defense Firm have many hours every month and every year in advanced drunk driving defense training. At the Barone Defense Firm, our mission is to help our clients win back their lives by providing solutions to their legal and broader life issues. I graduated with a degree in biology thinking I would be a doctor, but I soon developed a passion for law. As I was going through law school, I was constantly searching for a way to bring the love of science together with the passion for law. And after I graduated from law school and became a lawyer, I soon discovered that drunk driving defense was that combination. It is such a combination because drunk driving cases are so heavily dependent on science. For example, as a drunk driving defense attorney, I am constantly dealing with breath testing, blood testing, and the metabolism of alcohol. These involve things like gas chromatography, which is the science of blood testing, infrared spectroscopy, which is the science of breath testing, and the absorption, distribution, and elimination of alcohol. Whenever I'm in court, in order for me to have a command over the subject matter, it's important for me to have a command over the science. Because of my advanced training and because of my expertise in these areas, many consider me to be the best drunk driving defense attorney in Michigan. I'm Patrick Barone of the Barone Defense Firm. As an undergraduate, I was a pre-med student studying biology. Toward the end of my studies, I became interested in law, but rather than change my major, I decided to complete my coursework and graduate with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. After I was done with law school, I wanted to figure out a way that I could combine my pre-med and biology studies with my career in law. The first thing I thought about was to become a lawyer who defended doctors. So my first job out of law school was at a med-mal defense firm. I worked there for about a year and decided I didn't like that at all. And after that 1 year, I went out on my own and began a career as a solo practitioner. I still wanted to figure out a way to take my science background and combine it with my practice of law. I soon realized after handling some drunk driving cases that drunk driving cases are really all about the science. They're about the science of breath testing, the science of blood testing, and the science of alcohol metabolism. I soon understood that my science background paid large dividends when I was in court representing my clients. And after a short period of time, I decided to concentrate exclusively on the defense of drunk drivers. I did that in about 1999. At that time, I also made a decision to do everything I could to become the best drunk driving lawyer in Michigan. So I went and got as much advanced training as I possibly could throughout the country and took advanced skills training, not just in trial skills, but also specifically in learning how to beat a breath or blood test. As I advanced in my career and in my profession, I became a national recognized authority in the defense of drinking drivers. That led to a book contract with James Publishing, where I became the author of Defending Drinking Drivers, which is a 2-volume national treatise, very well respected, that is used by lawyers throughout the country to learn how to win drunk driving cases. I was also asked to co-author a book called The DUI Book, and I have co-authored and authored the Michigan version of the DUI book, which is written for clients, people who've been arrested for drunk driving, to learn what to expect as their case moves through the court. In addition to that, I have been the executive editor of the DWI Journal, which is a nationally circulated publication that is subscribed to by lawyers throughout the country who want to learn how to beat a drunk driving case. I'm also an adjunct professor at the Cooley Law School, where I teach a class called The Law and Practice of Drunk Driving. I developed that class with the dean to help students learn how to represent their clients in court who've been accused of drunk driving.